we're back to talk about another addition strategy, right? There are 5 different ways that we can show what we know from our brain, how we add 2 numbers together. We can do a picture, we can use objects, we can use a number line, we can use a 10 frame, or we can write an addition sentence. All of them work, all of them are appropriate, and we should know how to do all of them. We should practice all of them so we can do them all fast, because we will use them until we are in at least 3rd grade, sometimes longer. Okay, so for this video, let's talk about how we use a number line. Now, we hop a number line a lot in the classroom. We've got one. We know what it looks like. We've drawn them, but we haven't used them to add yet, and that's an important thing to know how to do. So let's practice this. Now, you might have a number line at home. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't have one here with me right now, so I'm going to draw one. If you would like to practice drawing one, draw one with me now. We need our end, and then a long straight line, and another end. And then in between those 2 lines, we need to draw 9 lines. Okay, we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got them? Okay, now down below we write our numbers. Start with 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, when we use the number line, we practice counting up. Practice hopping forward, right? When we're doing addition, we're always hopping in the reading direction because our numbers go in the reading direction just like our letters. So when we're practicing adding, we're hopping forward on the number line. At school, I have little frogs that we can help with, so we'll just have to pretend at home that we have little frogs. You can use something, I could use a counting pair or something to move myself along the number line, but I'm just going to draw the lines. If you would like to hop along your number line with an object, you can. I'll do both so you can see how you do both. How about that? Okay, let's get started. Does everybody have their number line drawn? Okay. If you have one at home, awesome, use that. Then you won't have to erase it over and over again. Okay, let's start with an easier one. Let's start with this one. 2 plus 2. Okay, now, even if you already know what the answer to this one is, practice with me. So, when we're using a number line, this first number of our addition sentence, this first one, is where we start. It's where we put our bear, or that's where we start our marker. I like to put a little dot there so I know that's where I've started. Or we can put whatever we've got on that spot on the number line. The second number, so that first one tells us where we start. The second number tells us how many hops we take. So we've started at the number 2 and we have to take 2 hops forward in the reading direction. If we're doing subtraction, we're hopping backwards, but we'll talk about that later. When we're doing addition, we're hopping up. We should be getting closer to 10, right? So our second number tells us how many hops we're going to make. How many hops are we making for this one? 2, right? We're starting on the number 2 and we're hopping 2 times. We don't watch this because this is where we get tripped up sometimes, especially when we're hopping on the number line in real life. We don't hop on our number first. This isn't 1. We don't hop up and down on the number 2. We have to take 2 hops that way. So if we're doing it with an object, it would look like this, right? 1, 2. We've got to move 2 numbers. If we're doing it with our marker, it will look like this. Let me move the bear so you can see. 1. We draw kind of that arch to make it look like a hop. And then 2. See that? This is where we've ended. This is where we've ended with our bear. Does that make sense? So our second number tells us how many hops we take. Does that make sense? So we start at the number 2, we hop 2 times, and we land on what number? 4. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. Good? All right, let's practice with another one. You think we can do it? I do. All right. Oop. Ran my head into the iPad. So what happens when you leave Miss Bache-Wiig alone for too long? Okay. Next one. Let's see. Let's get a little bit trickier. See if we can do it. Not too hard, though. No. Okay. 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5. So our first number tells us what? Where we start, right? Where we put our bear or where we start from. So again, in this addition sentence, we're starting at the number 2. I put my dot there. I'm going to put my bear there. You don't have to do both. You can if you want to. So I'm starting at the number 2. And then my second number tells me what? How many times I hop forward. So 2 plus 5. I'm hopping forward 5 times. I'm going to do it with my marker first. Okay? 5 hops. I have to stop at every number. I can't just take one really long hop and call that 1. That doesn't count. I have to stop at every number. All right, we ready? 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's practice with the bear. We start at the number 2 and we hop 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did I end up? 7. 2 plus 5 equals 7. Now, an important thing to remember when we're using the number line is when we're adding, this first number is where we start. This second number is not where we stop, right? Because then we've only hopped 1, 2, 3 times, and that's not what it's asking us to do. We do not stop on the second number unless that's what our total equals. So the second number tells us how many times we move. It doesn't tell us what space on the number line to go to. If you're doing that, you're going to be getting the wrong answer. So it's important that we remember that the second number tells us where we hop, how many times we hop, not where we hop to. All right, let's see. Then you're sort of subtracting it backwards. Let's do... All right. We did that one already. Okay, let's do 1 plus 7. 1 plus 7. Think we can do it? Okay, what does the first number mean? First number is where we start, right? So we're going to come down here and start on the number 1. The second number means what? How many hops we're going to take, right? It doesn't mean we go over to the 7 and we put a dot there. It means how many hops we take from the number 1. So let's hop 7 times, stopping on each number, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do it with the bear. Now, notice that I don't take one hop here, right? It's not 1, 2, 3. The first hop has to be forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where did we land? The number 8. 1 plus 7 equals 8, right? This strategy you will use a lot when your numbers get higher, right? Because you could have a number line that goes up to 100. You could have a number line that goes on forever. And you can make hops that are bigger than 1. So you will use the number line a lot, so it's important to practice it now. And it can be a little tricky, right? There are things about the number line that can trip us up. That's why we practice it. So practice it at home. If you want to make a number line that you can use, that would be awesome. But you can also draw one out like we just practiced. All right, let's do one more. Let me try to find a hard one. I think we're ready. Okay, let's do this one. Okay. 3 plus 7. Think we can do it? I do. All right, where do we start? Miss Bache-Wiig's going to put her marker down. See if you can figure it out before she does. Where do we start? That first number tells us, right? That first number tells us that we're starting on the number 3. So let's start on the number 3. Okay? Now, how many hops are we going to take? 7, right? We're going to hop 7 times. We're not going from 3 to the number 7. We're starting at 3 and we're hopping 7 times. Are we ready? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where did I land? The number 10, right? Let's try it with the bear to make sure we're right. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, right? Now, another thing you could try with this number line to make sure you understand it is to go outside. If you have chalk, draw yourself a number line on the driveway or the sidewalk. And then do these addition sentences outside. Practice outside. Start on a number and hop that many times and see what your answer is. We do that in the classroom. If we go back to school, I promise you will get to go outside and hop along outside to add it up. So if you can do that at home, it's fun. If not, it's also fun to practice this way. At least Miss Bache-Wiig thinks it is. So practice adding with the number line. It's an important strategy to know how to do. And take a picture of your work. Show me how you're doing. See you next time.